Hi guys, it's BI Life with Kelly, and I am checking in with you guys. You should be watching this on Sunday, January 23rd, 2022. I have on my earbuds today, and I have been enjoying watching some new YouTuber channels. If you like fashion and styling videos, I had been watching Marissa Green. She came up as a suggested watch, and I like watching what I wore videos. I actually started watching LV Lover CC like quite a few years ago based on her what I wore videos. So I thought she was like the only person that did that, because she would do like 5 to 11 outfits of the day, and she would show you like what her jewelry was, the makeup. She does her handbag. She shows you her whole outfit, jacket, and shoes. So I always love her what I wore videos, but just finished watching Marissa Green's. She does what perfume she's wearing along with her outfit and shoes. So been enjoying that as well. That was a nice twist, telling us the fragrances and then like what she would purchase or repurchase. I've always been hearing that this Tom Ford Lost Cherry is super good or whatever, but I haven't smelled it yet. I actually keep forgetting when I go to ask about it. Depending on the weather here in Atlanta, today the high was 45. It got down to 27 degrees, as in Saturday, excuse me. So it depends on what's going on out there today, as in Sunday. If I actually leave, and if I do, I'll vlog with you guys, because if it's nice, I'll walk a little bit. But definitely I'll go on and vlog while I'm at the counter, if I can, smelling the different fragrances, because I wanted to smell Jasmine Rouge again as well. And I think I'm going to smell Tiffany and Gucci again, and that perfume called Good Girl. I think it's by Caroline Herrera or something like that. I'm gonna smell all of those because, guys, the Dior is not for me. I am not a rose fragrance person. I don't like it. And I don't know how I forgot, because last year for Valentine's, I bought all these rose scented hand soaps and candles, and I did not like it. So the Dior is going back, and I'm gonna get something else. So let's keep our fingers and toes crossed that it's good. Okay, so let's get into it. This video is going to be about tips, things to consider when dating during the winter, or how to have successful dating that leads into a relationship during the winter, particularly football season and basketball season. So if you're interested in hearing about my tips on dating during these times, then keep watching. Okay, so guys, if you're wondering what's on my lips, it's the Dior Zodiac Addict number 711, and I have on the Bottega Veneta sunshades, and then I just have on this blue and white top. It's striped, and it's like a pajama top for me because it has the shoulders out, but I'm not wearing it anywhere. I am good for throwing a top like this on underneath like a really thick coat that I get super hot wearing. So I will put on bodysuits and things like that because it helps you stay cooler but warm at the same time. So that's what's going on, guys. But yeah, let's get into it. Okay, so this is the thing. Um, if you're having a hard time dating during these months, right? There's some strategies that you can employ in order to be successful. Number one, okay, if you are still open to gatherings, considering everything that's going on in the world, you need to start hosting game watching parties. Regardless if you don't like football or basketball, you need to host game watching parties. And what you need to do is this. If you work somewhere, like let's say you work somewhere temporarily, or you have a neighbor, or you have a friend, or you go to a church where you can start small groups, you need to be the small group that hosts game watching parties. And this way, you will have tons of men at your home and ladies, okay, that are doing something fun and interactive, in that sparks conversations and you guys can get to know each other without having so much, risk associated. So if you meet a guy at one game watching party, like he's not for me, but he might be nice for, a girlfriend or whoever, you can hand him off because it's neutral. Nobody knows. He doesn't know if you liked him or were interested at all. Y'all are at a game watching party, and that's that. You also can get to know the guy you think you do like and be in a situation where 2, 3, 4 games later, it's like, yeah, I definitely like him. Let me make my move. If he doesn't already make his. But if you're having a hard time because you don't go out, because everything that's going on, you're not able to meet men, you're not able to weed people out, because I'm really big about referrals as well, like networking and referrals and being in environments where we can enjoy something, like the focus is something else, but you can still intermingle. Then let's do it. You can also host virtual game watching parties, which is super cool as well. You guys can all come together, chime in, root for your teams, enjoy. It's up to you. But if you're still open to gatherings, I would do it. Even if you, of course, this weekend is out for doing anything outside because it's just way too cold. But, September, even some parts of October, you could have hosted out in the backyard and put the game on a projector against one of the sides of the house or on one of the, and so you could make it, really fun, really nice, and go from there. Okay, another thing, if you're looking to meet men, certain kinds of men during football and basketball season, you need to be at the grocery store. You need to pay attention to these games and when they're being played. And you need to know that you need to be at the grocery store in these snack aisles, in these party tray aisles. So that means you're going to be at the Sam's Club, you're going to be at the Costco, you're going to be at the Publix, you're going to be, these places picking up these items, and you're going to be looking fantastic. Hair done, nails done, smelling good, and it's not over the top. Guys like a classic woman that has a classic look for her. Like she styles herself for her shape, and it's not over the top. You know what I'm saying? It's not glam, it's just classic goodness. So if you can be at the grocery store looking wonderful, smelling wonderful, with your cart full of, all the things for the game. That gives them something to talk to you about. Like, oh, you getting ready for the game too? Yeah. And then you can make that invitation, like, well, I'm having a game watching party, a few friends, I don't know if you consider it whatever, depending, you know what I'm saying, on the vibe. But definitely, if you put yourself in the position to be blessed, you will be blessed. So pay attention. When are the games? Make it a point to be in the stores the day before or the day of the game, and make sure you look good so you can have those conversations, so you can attract, those men, and get that, accomplished. Another thing to consider when you are newly dating someone during these seasons, okay? I don't care what the majority of men say, oh, I'm not into it. I guarantee you will get stood up 2, 3, 4 times for the games they're not that into. Their cousin will call them over, their brother will call them over, the homeboy is calling them over all of a sudden. Whatever's going on, all of a sudden they've disappeared off the planet, and they never quite want to admit to you it's the game, because they know it's like, oh my God, I just stood this girl up, or I told her I was going to do XYZ. Instead, I stayed out all night drinking, whatever they did over you. So they know it's a point of, argument right there, right? But there's no need to even put yourself in the position to even have false promises made, even if there was good intention. What you have to do is know the game schedule. You get on the phone with them, just go ahead on and cancel. Don't even waste your time. As soon as you talk to them, like, hey, you watching the game today? I thought everybody was watching the game today. Make it an easy yes for them to just tell the truth. And then let them know, like, okay, babe, well, you know what? I make it a point not to schedule things on game day. I know how that goes, so let's just catch up. What day is there not a game? Like, oh, isn't there games tomorrow too? Like, yeah, let's just go out on Tuesday, or let's just go out on. Or matter of fact, I'm gonna host a game watching party over here tomorrow. Do you want to bring your friends over here? And I'm gonna have food and all that, or like, come up with a plan where you don't have him stretching himself to do something for you and with you. That's really and truly not going to happen. It's just not. And the best thing you could do is get him involved. Like, hey, you know what? Don't worry about it. I'm going to host a game watching party tomorrow. Y'all can watch back-to-back games over here, or I can come over there and bring the food and this and that. And, like, you're going to have to get into it, and you're going to have to plan for it, and you're going to have to understand that if you're dating a male in 2022, like, it was playoffs, as in today, as in Saturday, it was playoffs. So the 49ers were playing, the Bengals were playing, like, there was games back to back. So football didn't stop until like 10:30, 11 o'clock tonight. And if they missed any of it, then they want to watch the replay. They want to hear, all that the sportscasters have to say. They want to talk about it. And if they're betting on the game, that's a whole nother dimension, because are they betting on the outcome of the game? Are they betting on player stats? Like, you're not going to hear from these gentlemen, period, point blank. So if you want to build a relationship, if you want to successfully date them during this time, either A, do not plan for a single thing with them during the game days. Don't even think about it. Or B, get in the mindset that you're going to be hosting a lot of game watching parties, or that you're going to be at their home or wherever they're at watching the game. And what you need to do, if that's where you guys are at, you know, you guys are at a point in your relationship where you're introducing each other to your circles and things of that nature, then you need to look fantastic every time. You need to have a great attitude. You need to have somewhat of an opinion about what's going on, and you need to be on point with the food. You have to be on point with the food, ladies. The next video that I'm going to do, I'm going to give you guys some ideas on some great game watching party foods that are not hard to make. You can get it done really quickly, and it's just absolutely enjoyed. Men look forward to it. They'll look forward to you because you have a good attitude and you don't bother them. You don't have unrealistic expectations. You're not doing all this. If you love me, if you cared about me, if you was really into me, you wouldn't be forgetting about me during game season. You're not causing the drama, none of that. You know what I mean? You know how to have a life. It's playoffs, so you already know to go do things with yourself or with your family, with your girlfriends. You already know this would be a great weekend to go out of town. This would be a great weekend to kick it. This is a great weekend to go shopping, to clean, to finally get some things done around the house, like organize the house, clean the house, like whatever it is you need to do to occupy your time. If you're not into the game, you don't want nothing to do with the games. But I will tell you this, if your man is into the games, you need to be into the games too. If your ideal candidate is a playoff watching football man, basketball man, you need to be into it too. You don't want to be in a relationship where you all have things that take up a lot of your time that you guys do separately. That's not wise at all. So don't even do it. Be into it to some degree. Just get your mind prepared, to be into that. Because if you guys get married, or when you guys get married, he's either going to be going over a bunch of different people's houses without you, or they're going to be at your house. So why have an attitude? Like, get into it. Just get into it. Like, already know, like, boom, this is what we're doing. This is how it's going. And if you want to, like, if you're the person that's like, okay, I don't mind, but I don't want, a bunch of people at my house and they don't contribute, just make it a point to assign stuff to people. Like, hey, can you bring this? Can you bring that? Can you bring this? Or can y'all just all cash at me this amount? I'm at the store. What do y'all want? And have everybody cash app you, Venmo you, whatever it is. Boom, you got the money, and then bow. Go get what you want. Go get what they want. Cook it. Bow. It's just make your life easier by accepting that this is a part of y'all's life experiences, and be into it so that your man enjoys your company and y'all have less problems, created problems, because there's no need to fight it. There's no need to try to get this man not to be who he is, and there's no need for you or anyone to try to get you to not be who you are. So the goal is having a great relationship. So then, be great. Okay, guys, I'm gonna see you guys in the next video. I'm working on having shorter videos.